Alright, I'm back for real now. This time for sure. And I think I'm going to upgrade this to 15. Actually, wait, you know what? I'm actually going to put this to 15 too. I'll get this to 20, and then I'll start putting points in there. Because it'll be a while before I actually need Ligarius' wheel, and, you know, my damage, I can just coast off of the upgrades for now, I guess.
Farewell, good husband.
Oh, yes, goodbye, my... No, dude, best waifu is definitely Yosefka. There was somebody who put, like, made a shirt, I think, or something of the sort, and it was Dark Souls or Souls waifus, and of course, there was her, of course, the doll, and then there was, I can't even think of her name, the Dark Maiden, the Black Maiden, the girl from Demon Souls, her, and then the Emerald Herald, and it was, you know, Souls waifus, and then there was, like, Bloodborne waifus, or, like, Dark Souls waifus, and it was, there were 3 people on the thing, but one of them was Gwendolyn. One of them was Gwendolyn. And it made me kind of mad, because, you know, why would you misgender Gwendolyn like that, you know? He's just hanging out. I don't even know if that's his name. Like, I know, okay, it's gotta be Gwendolyn, because that's the only other name that I can think of, besides Guinevere, which is the daughter. The big chest ahead, or whatever. I took a gasp because I thought I was just going straight to Gascoigne, but I'm not. I'm going this way. This guy's got a little scimitar. Well, look at that. Look at this guy. He's a cool fellow, isn't he? But anyways, it had Gwendolyn on it, and I was like, come on. You have to know that he's a boy if you're any self-entitled fan of the Souls series. You have to know that Gwendolyn is a boy. That's like, you know, first order of business right there. Learn Gwendolyn is a boy. Even if you only just start playing the game, you haven't even beaten the Asylum Demon yet. You still have to know Gwendolyn is a boy. No, but you know, if you're making art for the game, I feel like you should know that Gwendolyn is not a waifu. He's a husbandu. That was really bad. Kind of regret saying that a little bit, but also, you know, can't go back. I guess too late now. You a dog. These dogs are very unkempt and dirty, and they look underfed, and they look malnourished, is what the word I was looking for there. I went to a lunch buffet this morning alone, by myself. I don't care about you, lady. I really don't like you. I don't need your sedatives. I don't need your handouts. I don't need your crazy antics. I don't care. But anyways, I actually think I'm going to sort this by boss fights. With some exceptions, obviously, but I think boss fights is a better because I don't know how long I've been streaming for, but you know, I feel like anything longer than how long this video is going to be too long. It's just, so I think I'll do by boss. You know, I'll just, you know, I'll take a break after the bosses to kind of help myself separate the videos, because I stop trembling your boots, so I can kind of, you know, ease into the editing process, because I've never edited videos before, and I've never uploaded videos before. I mean, I used to when I was like a little kid, but who didn't, you know what I mean? But yeah, I think I'm gonna do by bosses instead, so yeah, there's that. But anyways, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, I went to the buffet by myself, and I know the owner like a little bit. Like, I don't, like, we're not like, we're cool. Like, he knows me, and we're like, oh, hey, what's going on? But, like, we're not, like, friends. We don't, like, hang out, because he's, like, a grown man, and I'm obviously, I'm in college. So, we're sitting there, and he's like, oh, you're all alone. And I was like, yep. And he's like, you don't got class today? And I'm like, oh, I mean, I do, but it starts at 3, my class. I have evening classes. And he's like, oh, cool. Like, so you're not in high school anymore? I was like, no. He's like, oh, cool. Like, that's pretty cool. And I was like, yeah, cool. Whatever. But then I get told that there's a lockdown in my school. There's a lockdown in my college. Bum, bum, bum. And so I'm like, oh no, like a lockdown. And I guess, the first half of classes was canceled. Like, like a bunch of classes were canceled. And so I was like, yeah, dude, my classes are going to be canceled. This is great. This is awesome. But my classes did not get canceled because they're in the evening. So 3 o'clock rolls around. I have to go to class because my classes didn't get canceled. And I was so sad. I just wanted my class to be canceled. I didn't want to go to class today. I don't know, how much, my sisters aren't home, so I can freaking stream and it'll be fine. Because there won't be any bandwidth. I can use all the bandwidth I want. But, well, they were not canceled. It's okay though. Next year we won't have any issues with bandwidth. It seems like a long time off, but you'd be surprised how fast time moves, on the internet. Don't you dare do that to me ever again. If you visceral attack, not many people know this, I've noticed, and maybe I'm wrong, but at least none of my friends have noticed it. I'm pretty much the only one that knows about it between my friends. If you get hit with something and then you visceral attack the person, or get a visceral attack rather, it doesn't have to be the person that hit you. You restore all the health. You restore that whole hit, the regen, whatever. You get all the regain back, is what I'm saying. Instantly. So that is useful on certain bosses. I guess it can be. And it is also useful for when you take a hit and then you get the visceral attack because you regain all the health back. I don't know if that's, just a super well-known fact and I'm just talking out of my butt here, but like, what I'm trying to say is, it's a useful piece of information that I feel like, that from my perspective, not a lot of people know about. Excuse me. So I thought I'd just share that. I'll try to, inject insight into the videos here every once in a while, to keep, at least some semblance of intelligence in the videos. Because otherwise, you're just going to be like, who's this dumb dude on the internet making videos? Who's this guy? What is he? This guy's an idiot. This guy's a real talkative boy. And I'm just like, okay, sorry. Like, I didn't realize I was a big dummy. So yeah, I'm gonna try and, maybe, from the guide. I'm not using the guide right now, but I have the guide because I want the theme. And also, I want to support people who make the guide. Because if you know somebody who I look up to personally, actually, I kind of look up to him. His name is EMB, Epic Name Bro. He is basically the most, respectable guy. All he does is sit there and just be like, oh man, I love my wife and my child. That's all he does. I don't know, I apologize, EMB, if you're not cool with me shouting you out in my video, but I honestly really look up to EMB, a lot. And he helped make the guide, and so I wanted to support him, so I bought the guide, and it ended up helping me a lot, actually, the guide. I had already beaten the game by the time the guide actually came out, because of course, with any Souls game, a huge update came out with balancing and stuff like that, so they had to keep working on the guide past release, and that was obviously frustrating, but I didn't mind, I kind of liked it, honestly. Kind of liked having the vanilla experience the game. But, yeah, so, like, I bought the guide, and it was money well spent, because I got the soundtrack, and I got the theme, and I... Wait, did the soundtrack... No, I bought the collector's edition, so the soundtrack came with the game, not the guide. My bad. But that's another thing, I have the soundtrack, and I have the collector's edition, and it's really nice. It comes with an art book. The art book was super cool. Yeah, if you don't know about EMB, Epic Name Bro, look him up. He does super cohesive playthroughs of the game. Currently he's working on Dark Souls, I think. And I just really look up to him. He's a really respectable guy, and, you know, he's just a well-rounded dude. He's just a good guy. So yeah, I have the guide. I can probably use some of the guide for the run through, but mostly I use the guide just to tell me what area to do next, and if that, I normally don't use the guide because obviously I played a lot of this game. But yeah, the guide has a sort of pathway through the game that I am not completely used to yet. I was used to it, but I forgot it, obviously, because, you know, that's just who I am. I'm just forgetful. No, I forgot it because I haven't played a lot of this game as of late. And so I forgot it, but it's not a very conventional pathway through the game, per se. Like, obviously it's the most optimal, because it's in the guide. If it's in the guide, it's gotta be the best, but, like, it's not like, oh, you know, the same way the game kind of guides you through the game. It's not like a cookie-cutter pathway, if you will. It's more of like a do-everything kind of pathway, which, you know, I like. Oh, well, I was going to jump back, but, you know, whatever. We can go this way, too. So, last week when I fought Gascoigne, I beat him on the first try, too. I beat Cleric Beast on the first try, and I beat Gascoigne on the first try, and I was pretty happy about it, if I do say so myself. I was pretty like, yeah, I've freaking improved myself on the internet, you know, I had developed some ethos, but nope. I don't even know if it's going to work yet. If it doesn't work, I'm going to be mad, because so far I've had 0 viewers, and I've been streaming for like a half hour, I think. But I set it to archive past broadcast, and I think that's the setting, but it could be wrong. Get wrecked, son. Just let me put my finger in your butt. Let me put my hand in your butt and rip out your colon. But yeah, I'm gonna be pretty mad, because then I'll have to make another new character and do the beginning of the game again. After I figure out how to upload the VODs. This is basically like a big test run for me. That's why it's called the Old College Try on Twitch. On YouTube, I'll probably just say, like, I'll just name the episode like Bloodborne, you know, the area. Yes! This big dumb dude, he hit himself with a rock. Sometimes he doesn't do that. He didn't do that last time, and I said, this guy sometimes hits the rock. And it didn't hit him, and I was like, well, looks like I'm an idiot, but he hit the rock this time. Or the boulder, whatever, the fiery death ball, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I normally go under the bridge. A lot of people like to pull these guys and then go under the bridge, which doesn't really make sense to me, but, you know, I just like to go under the bridge, because all you have to do is fight the hog, and then you go up top. This guy kills him, you kill that guy in one hit, whatever, and you kill the big guy, or the big guy, like, hits the rock, whatever, hits the ball. And then, yeah, you get all those blood echoes for free, basically. I like that. You know, this guy is having a blast. One thing I like about the strength build is the fact that you can stun lock things. You can stun lock those guys, which normally you can't. With the Saw Cleaver, you definitely can't. I don't know about the cane, but I like the cane. I think the cane is a lot more viable weapon than a lot of people give it credit for. When I first started playing this game, I did not like the cane. I was like, the cane, I don't know so much about the cane. But now, I think the cane is one of the best skill weapons, if not the best skill weapon. And I will say that, you know. You can't stop me. Which is actually why I'm doing this run with the Huntsman's Axe. I'm going to be playing primarily with the Huntsman's Axe. But, come on, buddy. I'm going to be playing primarily with the Huntsman's Axe, but, you know, sparingly with the Ligarius's Wheel. The reason I'm not using the Kirk Hammer is because the Kirk Hammer is... I use the Kirk Hammer on my normal... Oh, come on. I can't fight this boss. I use the Kirk Hammer on my other guy. So I didn't want to use the Kirk Hammer this time because... Yeah, that's why, because it's boring. And I'm used to using the Kirk Hammer. You know, this guy's having a blast. He's just really enjoying himself, you know. Just swinging, just having fun. So, another thing not many people might know is you can do the tiny music box on him in this phase, just don't use it more than twice, because if you use it more than twice, he will transform into his beast mode, no matter what health, or no matter how much health he has. Doesn't matter, he'll transform. If you do it 3 times, he'll transform. So you can do it twice, but don't do it 3 times. I'm actually going to do it again here. Come on, buddy. Ouch, my head. That's my child song. I don't care. Get wrecked. But yeah, I'm going to use the axe, because actually the axe is my least favorite one to start with. The cleaver is just good because it's just fast. Like, the cleaver, you don't really... Oh, goodbye. Okay, well, I'm back. I like the cleaver. Okay, can you cool it? He always gets me with that. Okay, I'm fine. We're good. We're good. Nope. Oh god, that was really close. Oh god, I'm scared. I'm scared right now. No, please. No, stop. No, please, don't kill me. Normally Gascoigne kills me once, and then I beat him. And then I beat him on the second try, but obviously things are going great so far. Dude, okay, I'm not gonna die here, please. Oh, are you joking me with the missing? Okay. Keep it cool. Keep it cool, like smooth little babies. Come on, jump at me again. Jump at me again. Yes. But yeah, I've used the saw like on countless runs, and then I started using the cane. Did I miss both of those, dude? Just shoot it. And then I used the cane on my skill run through this game, because I have a build for every character, or I have a character for every build, I guess I should say. And I was like, oh, the cane is so good. But obviously it's not good if you're not doing it. If you're not doing it. If you're not doing a skill build, it's not good. But like, if you're not doing a, you know. Anyways, so I beat Gascoigne. I'm gonna take a break here. And I'll see you next time when I get back from my break. Or, yeah, I'll see you in a minute.